Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarva dharmasvarupine avatara varisthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Sri Ramakrishna is talking to Mahima Charan. To Mahima, generally speaking, there are two kinds of yoga, Karma Yoga and Mano Yoga. That is to say, union with God through work and through mind. There are two ways of uniting with God. Uniting means what we call in English communion. Communion is just like a child and mother are exchanging their feelings. It wants to tell so many things to its mother, has come in the first or second grade student in school, has come from school after playing and class and this and that, people going in a vehicle, coming in a vehicle, and all his experience he wants to pour out to mother. Now he comes running with his school bag, puts it somewhere. He is not worried about where he is throwing away his book bag. He rushes to mother. Mother says, wash your hands and feet. He says, I will afterwards. You give me food. No, I cannot give you without washing your hands and feet. Then he rushes there, pours water on the hand and feet, and comes running with the mother's anchal itself, sari corner, hem. He wipes his hands and sits, give me food. And while eating, mother is trying to feed him. He goes on pouring out what he has, whole day what happened. It is in the mind freshly what all happened, how he went to school, whom he met, which teacher came today, and coming back, the playground, what they played, what he ate there, whole thing. He is communing with mother. Mother also is equally participating. Mother is seeing from different aspects of his welfare and growth. He is interested in pouring out his heart. He is not interested. Mother is telling, take this food, that food. He is just that side of mother is seeing. She is seeing a grown-up child in that how it is going to become grown up. How is he going to stand on his own legs? How will be his family life later on? So many things. She has an ideal to convert him into that. She wants to gear up his life to that extent. But he has his own small experiences of the school of the day, which he totally forgets after 10 years. Not even a little memory will be left over. What happened that day? Every day that is his story. Now, this is called communion. In communion, I'll be pouring out my heart and so many things to God. My feelings, my emotions, I am pouring, and God is seeing an enlightened soul hiding within. He wants to bring out that inner stuff outside. You are enlightened, you are divine. You are behaving like a human. How a perfect human can commune with God. Even if your little animalhood is there, ego is there, all this that ego, sattvic ego, with which he is moving about in the world, He'll be trying to express it to the Lord. I saw a Pandit, I saw a musician, he was playing fine raga. It reminded me of you. I went to a fine place. There was a pond. There were trees and forests like all around. It was a hilly region on the other side. And it reminded of you. He wants to express it to God. Now, look at the sattvikata in which he is participating in the world. And he is seeing. Now, family matters also. My sister had a son. He is now 2 months old. Every bit of him looks like you, Lord. So pure, so innocent. Everything reminds him. His sattvikata is there. Because of this sattvikata, he is seeing Bhadram Karnebi Shrunuyama Devaha, Bhadram Pashyema, Akshibhi Yajatraha. May I be able to see divine alone, good alone, right things alone in this world. May my eyes be closed forever. I should not know also. There is a thing called that is otherwise. To that extent, this sattva, rajas is searching for enjoyments. Tamas is excessive anger, hatred, sleep, lethargy. From there, he grows into activities of running. Now, he comes to the sattvic level of seeing everything divine. Beautiful life. Now, when he comes to sattva level, he is able to commune with God. Now, communing with God through activities, Sri Ramakrishna made Kriya Yoga and Mano Yoga. He differentiates. You see, Sri Ramakrishna is telling to Mahima, generally speaking, there are two kinds of yoga, Karma Yoga and Mano Yoga. Karma Yoga, through in and through your activities, you are communing with God. Now, how activities and I am running about in the world doing this and all. And Mano Yoga, mentally he is communing. What is the difference? Now, in people who have attained pure sattva and no rajas, but he is moving about in the world with activities, then he sees a different world. If he has rajas, desires to participate. Now just a desire, oh, I have invested 10,000 rupees on this field till now. I put so many seeds, I put manure, he calculates, and it must give me at least 20,000. What I have invested, that will be my food for 6 months. By that time another crop comes. Now, for that 20,000 rupees if I get, 10,000 will go for the expenses I have borne. And 10,000 will be just sufficient for me for next 6 months. Now, a small desire behind that activity makes him he cannot express the whole thing to God. He prays to God, "Oh Lord, help me." He accepts God. He prays to God. See that everything goes on nicely. I plan, put these seeds and see that we are not starving. Now, the desire is small desire. He is going with desire. Artho, artharthi, jignasu. He is going as artha and artharthi. Some pain is there. He has bought the seeds on credit, he has to pay. Now that these things, artha and artharthi, he is seeking. Now this small thing is depending on God, praying to God, but communing is not possible. Now another is there, who is sattva pradhana. He has become sattva, sattvika. He clearly says, I cannot get anything out of my own efforts. What I get out of my own efforts is what my karma brings. Even otherwise, I will get it. Sukha or dukkha, I have to get through my karma, I will get it. So, if I need some other divine intervention, that I have to call on God. And I have given all responsibilities to God. I love Him. He loves me. He will take care. I need not worry. Then He is plowing the field. He has brought the seeds and kept. He is playing as if with God. Just like children are playing in the field and mother is watching. Now and then while playing, he turns and looks at the mother. How mother is seeing at me. He wants, that boy wants to see that mother's attention is on him. Even in houses you can see small children, they want someone's attention to be drawn towards it. It will go on making some sound or this or that to draw the attention. Like that, he is plowing and he is remembering God. Look, I am plowing the field. He is, because a kind of understanding, without you I am nothing. You are there, so I am plowing. The strength behind this plowing is you. A kind of understanding. The child is playing in the field. It clearly understands, without you. It has independently, he runs without the permission of mother. But in the heart of heart he knows, mother is taking care. If mother is not there, I am nobody in this world. Like that, he is flowing and enjoying the presence of God. He is throwing the seeds in the field. He is looking at the Lord's mentally. Look, I am throwing the seeds. Like a child. Now, in and through work, he is communing with God. Every act he does in front. One of the direct disciples of Sri Ramakrishna, he is to do his physical exercises in the shrine, in the prayer hall, in front of the Lord. He is doing in and through activities, communing. To commune in and through activities, pure sattva has to come up. Rajas has to come down. Come down means subliminal level. Without sattva, raja, tama, you cannot exist. Sattva cannot exist without at least a little of rajas and tamas. But they live at the subliminal level. It never shows its face. It never shows its face. So tamas also doesn't show its face. Sattva. Then he is able to commune continuously with God. He is throwing the seeds in the field. He is remembering God. Look, I am able to throw this seed because you are behind me. Every act, he is sweeping and remembering God. Because slowly the instrument, I am an instrument in the hand of God. That understanding, it is a first step, beginning with communion. If it is small desires like earlier, the farmer. Oh, I must get just sufficient for my life. I am putting the seeds, I am plowing the field. That small desire is depending, he is loving, everything is there with God. But his communion is not possible. Which communion is possible here? He is walking in the street. Because of the excessive sattva, he is feeling. Sri Ramakrishna says, I went out, I saw one or two who were thousands of people were going. All are nimna drishti. Whole mind is on the attainments of the world. One or two I saw, urdhva drishti. They are thinking of God and walking in the street. Now, these people, how can they have urdhva drishti? Oh, they are people like all. But rajas and tamas is not there. They are filled with sattva. Sattva has come to the front, that a little remaining rajas and tamas which is required for existence are below the level of perception. We call it subliminal level. He cannot perceive himself, or others cannot perceive him in him. And this is associated always with ego. Kartritva, bhoktritva, jnatritva. I know. When you, a little singing and this one capacity is there, I can play harmonium, I can sing. The moment I can do that, Bhopali, Raga, is immediately, he thinks, I know this. But search, do you know it? Very difficult to say, I know it. I know the houses on which my hand runs, but I cannot identify, or any tune, anywhere. Oh, this is, oh, what a way he is playing this raga, I cannot say. I can sing one or two songs which I know. Now, how much this knowledge, jnatritva, is obstructing. I don't know anything. You alone know. Thakur is to again and again show, I am Ajnani. Mother, you must lead me, you must give me the knowledge. I cannot hold the knowledge also if you give. You have to take care of everything. So that bringing oneself again and again to zero, again and again to zero. That makes slowly, kartrita, doership. I can't do without you. I can't. I am zero without you. That kartritva is dissolved. Again and again kartritva. No, I can't do. In the heart of heart he knows only God is making this body move because of the sattva. Rajas, small desire is there, the ego immediately is there, I will do what is there. It doesn't feel the presence of God also. Rajas comes means in the same this one, from sattva to pure divinity to humanhood. Humanhood is rajasic, divinehood is sattvic, and tamas is animalhood. Exactly animalhood. Animalhood, humanhood, and divine. Tamas, rajas, and sattva you can take as example. Now, even in human level, it becomes difficult to commune with God. When you come to your divine, as you struggle to commune with God, everything by practice, as soon as the work is over, you are sweeping, keeping the broom again in the corner, Lord, I offer this activity to you. I have swept all this and I am sweeping this for your sake. I am offering this activity to you. Take me in your arms. Give me shelter in your arms. So this prayer moves on. When the rajas is, I must struggle to move towards the sattva. Slowly divine, when he is becoming zero, the ego is becoming zero. So ego is becoming zero. So here we see the evolutionary process of slowly moving towards pure divinity, where he sees oneness with God. Communion is the almost first early stages of union with God. Just like as I accept the instrumenthood, you are the doer, I am only an instrument. As you keep, so I am. As you make me move, I am yantra, you are yantri. That idea, as it is coming, the personality has dissolved, identity is dissolving, individuality is dissolving. Now he becomes like, ice becomes like water. And egoless it is. It cannot stand. Water cannot stand. Ice can stand. Water cannot stand. Now this water flows to become one. It flows into the ocean to become one with the ocean. This is union. So communion is the earlier stages of in and through action when I do. Kriya, karma. Then in and through action to do how much of advancement you need, you see. We begin to do. And each time ego manifests in some form or other. Wherever you see a few people working together, the clash is ego clash. Everywhere ego clash. So this ego is dissolved. It becomes like a thumb. It can reach any finger from back or front or in any way it can move. But no other finger can touch other so easily and from bottom to top, from back to front. It very hardly, it cannot encircle also like this. So when ego is not there, it has the power to move it all freely. It doesn't have any conflict anywhere because it doesn't have ego. And the moment we differ, we become like other four fingers which are together but cannot reach each other in helping each other in any way. So thumb become what an important part you see. Only thumb can move it all in any way because of its freedom. It is together and separate. Together but separate. How beautiful you see. These are together but not separate. So that way when he becomes egoless, ego is melting away in the thought and hopes of God. In his trust, he has given himself totally to him. And he knows it is unfailing security I have acquired by surrendering to God. This is sattva. Now, in this sattva, he is within the intense activity. He is in the intense activity in sattva, but no conflicts, no problems. He is constantly in and through the activities communing with God. This is the communion with God through action, and we call it Karma Yoga. Sri Ramakrishna differentiates to Karma Yoga and Mano Yoga. Most of the time in our life, from childhood to the last days of life, the living body, maximum thing is done with mind and body. Whenever I am in waking state and even in my dream state, I am working. In deep sleep alone, work is not there. In dream also, I am going here, there, fighting with tigers, seeing them devatas, so seeing so many things in the dream. And I am actively participating in that world, dream world. Action is going on. Waking state where action is going on. From waking, while sleeping, breathing and everything is going on, but nature is there, taking care of it and activating it. When I am not there, ego is not there. So ego is dissolved. So in the absence of ego, the work is going on in sleep, but the ego is there in the dream world. In deep sleep, the ego is dissolving. The dream ego, waking ego, both have dissolved. And here there is no ego because the ego's hold, buddhi, manas are not there. The platform is not there for ego to play. So it becomes as if zero and stays there. Now you see the waking state throughout. Seeing is an action. Hearing is an action. It may not be through Karma Yoga, but I am hearing, I am seeing. Kriya is going on. So everything is nature driven. So you are not participating in an action. When it comes to the action at the gross level, physical level, through karmendriya, it becomes karma. Seeing is not a part of karma, but instigator of karma. Because vasana is there behind the mind who is receiving the information. So I am seeing is an information. And immediately that information starts working. It instigates this immediately. There is a reaction. So this vasana behind the mind is the receiver of information from the senses, and it is, the moment it receives, it is filled with desires and ambitions and hatreds and dislikes. All these likes and dislikes are there. And this is governing now. It immediately activates the karmendriya. Go and do this. Karmendriya runs into action. Receiving is not a karma, but output is karma, becomes karma. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.